everyone, Cappy here, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. I didn't want to reset you, little fucker.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You forced me to do something. I'm just going to be a defiant little shit again.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
We keep breaking the game here.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
You're losing control of the game here, buddy. What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you're doing,
I
dude.
believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so...
Don't give me a cheap cop-out, you little fucker.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Yeah.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Hey, fuck you. I put enough work to go against you.
Not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I want to be a little shit and say no.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
You're losing track.
I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with
You're losing track of what the fuck you're doing, buddy. I need you to stay
What
focused.
we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I'm the one being a Okay. What the fuck? I cannot deny you, fucker. I cannot defy you. Whoa. What was that?
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Why?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss
It's a
anything.
fucking fern! Are there any numbers on this bitch? Any special designs? No, it's just a fucking fern. Bye. You're an idiot.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
You just take me right back here!
How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
It's kind of funny. So do I follow?
Stanley, I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I don't know what the fuck you want me to do here. I just want to be
no,
the final.
you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
This is getting more and more self-aware, and I love it. It's just constantly going batshit insane.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in
You
our
know
control.
what that
We
means.
mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
Can we get to the point where I tell you to fuck off?
Right, let us ask,
Please.
taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh, I thought you were going to open them both and I would tell you to piss off. Oh, God, I hate you.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
They both would let here.
Hmm,
You're a bastard.
confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all...
What do you mean? You made this.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't
Can we
want
just
to
get
go.
through this, buddy?
I don't want the game to keep
I need you to
restarting.
keep your
I
brain
don't want to forget
intact.
what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Then let me out.
Timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it
We
is
broke
that's on the
something.
schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
How about you let me out of the fucking room, boy?
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah?
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we
I'm
are.
laughing this deep existential shit, but let me go.
Okay.
Let me out of
In the
here.
meantime, if you
The fuck was that?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Full reset, maybe? A choice.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Defiance be damned.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Yeah,
just to admit
perhaps. Perhaps I just don't care.
it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper,
Okay.
something darker.
I don't believe you, but sure. Let's go with that angle. Why not? Fuck it. You gonna say something else?
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Hey, I do what I want. Fuck you.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Do I? No, I'm a defiant little bastard.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I'm not going that way. I know how that
I
ends.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Did those endings actually mean something? I thought they were just smarmy little ways to tell me to piss off.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another.
What's going on? Where the fuck?
Hey, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now I want you to come in.
What's going on?
You're down.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point
You
here,
smarmy
Stanley.
little shit.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
See, I could. Or I could just go this way.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Alright, you smarmy little fuck.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors.
I don't know what's going on.
Could go through either.
I'm slightly unnerved and I don't know what's going on.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Are you that mad that I'm not following your rules?
Such a wonderful fantasy. And so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
I hate you so much.
That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'm game. I'm game. I'll wait. I have to hit that button, don't I? I have to. I want something else to happen, but I don't think... Hey guys, I think I might be fucked on this one. I think I might actually have to do it. I think I might actually have to do it. It's asking me to. I think I'm going to. But I'm going to wait just a little bit longer. Okay, fine. Fuck you.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time you'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I didn't realize getting bored got me killed. Okay, game.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was.
Okay, it's different.
Very much that it was.
Fuck you.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I was gonna listen, but I defied. I'm a bad little fucker. I can't listen.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Alright.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Is this thing gonna go any fucking where?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
What happens if I burn that out? I'm gonna use these. Oh, fuck you. Oh, you dick.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for...
What? Okay.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video
There's
game
gotta be
developers
more.
with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley
I mean, I
Parable is
guess.
really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Fine, I guess. Ooh, that's new. That's definitely new.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I'll play by your rules. Not because you told me to, because I want to. I don't know what's going on anymore, and I'm loving every second of it.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away
What
here
the
where
fuck
games
is this
directors can't
room?
find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched?
Is it really that old?
Then video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Is this game really already 12 years old? God.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Okay, what the fuck?
Every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all.
It's been
It isn't even
nothing.
the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Okay, there's nothing down here. Why let me in here?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices
Okay.
I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To
Just
spend
needed
the
a
rest of
narrator that
time
wasn't a
collecting
cunt.
dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Can't. Why would you give me the option?
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this?
It's your zone, you idiot!
No. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
They're gonna be shit, aren't they? They're gonna be absolute garbage, and I'm gonna love every second of it. Be humbled, fucker!
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable. The game's already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Where's the hate comments? I gotta see this even more. This is... You made my day, sir. You've made my day. I want to see you suffer. Because I'm a cynical little fuck.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These
Oh, no.
marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
That one's getting bookmarked, motherfucker.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I mean, it holds its own so far, but... Shitlords be shitlords, I guess.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes.
I mean...
Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the
What the fuck is going on?
The skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it.
I don't think I want to hit it.
And I'm very proud to have delivered.
It's what a player was asking for fuck's sake. Honestly, this is fun for me.
Is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
Don't give me the power. What the
Back,
fuck?
you see, you were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video.
Again.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at you.
I'm just being a
Okay,
douche
welcome
now.
back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How
Well,
else
I'm
would
just
we
gonna skip forward till you fix the problem, so bye.
into a room without... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door.
You know what would fix it?
There's just you.
Skipping forward in time.
And if you... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Do you?
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking?
Can you,
It isn't the same at all.
You've been here a whole week, you couldn't find a way out.
Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know.
Bye-bye.
Because maybe...
I'm such a little shit.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the...
I don't think I want to let you...
opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
This is still funny.
Months, I lost it all in
But
a
not as
blur
much
of
as
the
it once
deepest
was.
longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have
Can I be a douche?
experienced my entire life.
Can I be a douche?
Collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant,
Well,
clearly, calmly, with a collective
must be scooching on the old dusty trail there.
simultaneously.
I'll talk to you in another century.
I
Goodbye.
did nothing but
Just dead fucking silence now? Okay, now what? Ow! Skip that fucking beeping
They
sound.
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But
Is
then,
he going
"He's
nuts?"
talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of
Does
others.
he even
But of course,
notice me here?
absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason
Still
other
here,
than
buddy.
to do so? Yes!
I'm still here.
Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are
Well,
a
yeah,
people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves
I
that
don't
our
really think that much, but
entertainment is
okay.
now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our
you do you.
entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves.
I mean,
We
look
would
what kind of
turn
job
to
I'm
look out
doing.
into nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention.
Okay.
Turn our heads completely away from the...
Shut up. Is there a way out yet? Am I just stuck here? Am I about to lose my fucking mind? I'll tell you what. We're gonna cut this here, and I'm gonna do the next episode next time. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. As always, this is Cappy saying, I'll catch you in the next one.